the kind of interest in that.
I like the phrase "fraggy sidecar," but I think this is there are a lot of factors to consider right here. And Shadowburn did play well, but also the Philadelphia Fusion have had more time to play together as a team, and part of those stats are obviously coming from the fact that they do look more cohesive when it comes to their teamwork. And I'm not sure where to take this right now, because I loved EQO's plays, but at the same time, he has been helped by the fact that now they have 12 players, they can internally scrim, they use their break, it seems, very effectively, and other people have stepped up in terms of their communication. So I'm not sure how much of this is him versus how much of this is Shadowburn, but we do know now that they've got two great Genji players at the very least.
And I will say, for a Genji player, he had a very high amount of final blows during week 1. I think you saw it was a team leading 114. Like, I think one of the games that we cast, it was like in like the high 20s of final blows
between
that he finished
him and Carpe, I mean, in their series, I think there was like over 200 eliminations and like 22 deaths or something like that. Like, it was, look, and it is helped by Fraggy as well, I have to say, who is statistically speaking dying less at the moment. Small sample size, but we are actually seeing him stay alive. But again, bearing in mind, it's, you know, if Fraggy goes in and dies, it's not even the end of the world, because Mercy's not able to res in those dive scenarios, so you can still do more with that fight. But it's really good to see the Fusion, starting to pop off.
Yeah, and we do talk a lot about the Genji, but I'm more interested in seeing some of the new heroes that we have with this patch in Stage 2. And that's going to be taking a look at some of these percentages. D.Va being up at the top, even though we have had a lot of Zarya oftentimes is played with D.Va. But Mr. X, which of these heroes are you happiest to see the big increase in play percentage?
No, I'm not interested in any of the supports. I'm talking about Soldier 76. I love to see some Soldier gameplay. I think the map pool really favors 76 with a lot of high ground spots. And I think you can play around a really good 76 in a big way. You saw how Dallas did it with AKM. You know, London had Birdring play the 76 to great effect. I love watching some good old 76 play.
I think teams are just being too cautious and cowardly by using the 76. I think it's the really safe choice. I think that's going to decrease
there is merit to that.
The stage goes on.
I used to roll my eyes in Stage 1 when we saw 76 picked on maps. It was never the first choice, and always felt like 76 is okay. He's kind of an all-rounder, right? He's very much middle of the road. He doesn't do anything great. But we are seeing now maps played with like the high ground setup. I mean, double hit scan can be quite punishing on maps like Volskaya defense. You'd now, with Ana being back in the mix as well, there's now that nanovisor potential we're going to see a lot more of. And also in compositions that do have like Lucio Zenyatta, for example, Soldier 76's damage, his poke damage, the chip damage becomes less negligible because there's not as much burst healing available between those two heroes, the Zen and Lucio. So that can actually be significant and can be capitalized on by like a Tracer who's often used paired with that.
To talk about Monty's point, it's like whenever you play, it's like, well, no, who do we want here? Do we want like a Genji? It's like, I mean, it's a little risky. Let's just throw 76 in there. It's like, right, like just does some consistent damage, has a good ultimate, can provide a little bit of healing as well.
I think we're going to see that go down over time, but I'm excited that we see some more of these other supports coming back up. It has been interesting to see how much they affect some of the way these compositions play out.
It's nice to churn the water a little bit, you know, and then sort of start to see how it settles, like reading tea leaves or something similar. But we should, you know, be appreciating these new heroes coming in, and I think it's a good chance to celebrate some of the great plays from these different heroes that we're seeing in Stage 2. It's time for a segment we're calling Change Hero. Real original, but it's straight to the point. Mercy, right, was the most played hero in Stage 1, but with her being nerfed in the new patch, that means it's time to rock with Lucio a little bit more in Stage 2. Here's Zebasai with a double boop 2K against the New York Excelsior to kick us off.
Mayhem definitely having a better time with the Lucio as opposed to the Mercy.
Yeah, they're incredibly happy to see Lucio being played more. Zebasai can get back to playing that hero that he's probably the best at. You see the double boop there. He kills one player on the way down. I know Mitch is not wanting to call that a double boop. Doesn't want to give him the full credit here. We can take a look at Toby. More boops coming in from Lucio. It's really only kind of clips you can show. Maybe a dope sound barrier eventually, but this is a boop on Unko. Mid Transcendence coming across. He's like, I got you, go!
And this is more boops for the Boop God. I am so happy to see Toby the Boop God back in the meta. He's definitely the best Lucio player in the world and has been for over a year now. So it's an absolute pleasure. We are going to take a look at Harry Hook, another classic Lucio player, picking up Hydration's Genji from long range here on Hanamura A.
Yeah, you remember before they boosted the power on Lucio, like on his primary fire? Now you can actually get away with stuff like this, and spamming sometimes is the way to go, man.
Is that Hydration or Brent out there playing Genji? I wasn't too sure. Let's take a look at a different hero and flip over to another support that we didn't see much of in Stage 1. Let's see more time here in Stage 2, and that's Ana.
I love seeing Ana. I mean, such huge playmaking abilities with the Bionic Grenade and the Sleep Dart.
And you see Jonak there with a nice Sleep Dart there. Arna Prophet trying to come around on the flank. See Mono coming in there as Lucio. We'll wonder how much longer we'll keep talking about Mono playing Lucio. They finish off Prophet.
It's happened before back in Korea. It's just maybe less than ideal, naturally. But that's the way it goes.
And nothing I love more than a sick shutdown Sleep Dart on an ultimate. This time it's on 2 ultimates. Dak with a cross-point Sleep Dart onto Surefour. Nano-boosted Tac Visor. Goodbye. Excellent play.
Surefour used to be a woke super soldier before he took a dart to the knee. It happens. That was the nice stuff, though. Harry Hook, again, Sleep Dart from downtown to set up this kill for timing now. I saw this on screen when we cast this game. I had no idea how this player was sleeping.
I remember when we were casting it, it's like the D.Va's right there, and then somebody just sleeping right next to her. It's like, oh, where did the defense matrix go? Like, you know, like, people get slipped in the doorway.
Or the Winston bubble.
All right. It's fine.
All right, it's time to change heroes again. Back to your favorite, Mr. X. It will be Soldier 76. A huge jump in pick rate for stage 2. He's now the 3rd most played DPS hero so far. And we're going to start with this. Tactical Visors where it's at. Birdring comes in for a 3K, jumps down to the low ground, pops that Biotic Field, and he is just going to clean it up. Such skill.
I love about Soldier now. Hit Q, hit mouse 1, hit W. Make a play.
Yeah,
Birdring there showing up.
I know a certain other Australian Overwatch caster who's enjoying this one thoroughly right now, but we've seen that from him before, even in stage 1. Birdring really starting to kick some butt with those Tactical Visors. Your boy, AKM. This is a non-Tactical Visor performance from our boy Dylan. Just laying it in. Now, his teammates call him Dylan Small Net based on his game, but this was a pretty big play.
I just love watching him aim, like just has some of the best tracking out of any player now in the Overwatch League. It's incredible he wasn't in during stage 1. Baby, 2K with a Tac Visor, and he gets 2 more after. We talk about great tracking. This towards the end was absolutely sick from Baby Bay.
Gets the Nano Boosted Visor. All resources going into this ultimate from Baby Bay, and he is going to deliver, cleaning up the point. And as you say, here's the nice tracking moment. Oh, so smooth. Buttery.
That's really nice. Bear in mind as well that if he's holding down the mouse 1, his spread is increasing, so that's well controlled. Let's change heroes again here. And we're going to move over from our DPS heroes to our tanks. Reinhardt wasn't around much in stage 1, but he's been big so far in this stage. It's one of your OG Reinhardt players here. Gamsu gets the Ana boost, and this is a very satisfying play, mashing the Outlaws all over the streets of Kings Row.
Oh, man, I love seeing these huge Reinhardt shatters. Getting the Nano Boost back up. Ult combos are the name of the game here, especially on Kings Row, a map that really rewards some of these big crowd control moments. And we're going to see that with Muma here. Going to be on Control Center, on Lijiang Tower, charge, and a Fire Strike to complete the 3K.
Just watching like a great Reinhardt play is so satisfying with like a charge, and then you see the Fire Strike comes through, takes out 2 more. I think we're definitely going to see Reinhardt make a huge difference here in stage 2. And it's XQC, 4-man Earth Shatter, no 360 here to dock some points there out of the style, but it's a huge Earth Shatter, and then follow up with the barrage from AKM.
You can see Bishu looking on in dismay, impotently trying to prevent this damage. It just wasn't going to happen. Pog chairs up in the chat. That's what we'd like to see. And a good combo, of course, with that Farah AKM piloting that one. Just lovely overall.
All right, let's change heroes one more time.
That's how you roll.
One more time. I want to change heroes. I'm excited. The hero we didn't see a lot of in stage 1. It's Genji.
Ah,
didn't see a ton of him in stage 1, but there's so many sick plays from Genji. We got to bring him back here for stage 2. We'll start things off with EQO, making insane plays with his Dragon Blade all weekend long. I think he definitely caught a lot of people by surprise.
Yeah, this guy is more hair gel than human sometimes, but I'm wondering if he's got a bit of a robotic aspect to him as well. This was just cool, calm, collected, and very, very solid performance in general from him. I'm loving his debut. Sick stuff, but here's what, this one got me going. Okay, it's your boy Tvik. This is one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen, and I said it on a card. I told him to get out. I don't know what I meant by get out, Tvik, but I lost it. My voice broke, I blacked out, I fell off my chair, but Tvik hits the reflect there, straight back in Libro's face.
It was a pretty good play. I don't know if it was worth all of that, but...
I'm a dramatic guy, Monty.
Really? You couldn't have fooled me.
I never would have known that.
Bird Ring, sneaky kill on Elixir's Widowmaker on the roof right here, using that wall climb to ambush him on the side of well on Ilios. So actually role-playing the ninja a bit there.
Yeah, it's just that master assassin play, right? Just cutting right through the top.
Well, as we mentioned, the Fuel, they're off to a hot start thanks to their new signing, AKM. The star DPS is excited to finally be in the Overwatch League, and he told us why he chose Dallas as his new home.
The next guy we got to talk about is AKM.
AKM has been lauded as one of the best DPS players in the world. This guy has put up ridiculous numbers every single time he's played.
I'm excited. Overwatch League was the ultimate goal. After I finally signed the contract, I was like, finally I made it.
For the Fuel, they're bringing in AKM.
AKM can have wild impact for this team.
I went to the Dallas Fuel just because I think that's the most potential. They're all amazing individual players.
Goodbye hydration again, AKM taking out everybody. To see him kind of immediately fall into this role, this guy is such a great pickup for them.
Absolutely. AKM brings the best soldier in the game. We're finally able to play everything.
Temu and Sigurd are actually transitioning into other roles, and I think it's actually a good thing for us because we cover pretty much every hero at a high level.
AKM says just